pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been moving like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. And you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now this one complete downfield on the left. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grover Stewart able to record his 5th sack of the season. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as...
And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. 3-0 after 1 on The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force it incomplete.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. And a quick throw here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw.
This one taken in by Olave.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. That's Olave bringing in another one. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Take it in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CeeDee, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Prescott on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Jet sweep. Here's Olave. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Kamara on the read option. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Prescott. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal and some good running there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Elliott trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be about...
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Prescott now. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result,
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles,
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose. In a race I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to.
Make the world mine, cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right.